Are you thinking about hiring a company to repair your credit? In this short video, I will show you 4 reasons why you should not. I will also show you how you can improve your credit score in 6 simple steps. But first, what is considered a good credit in Canada and why is it important to check your score every year? When you make a decision to purchase a house and then go to your bank and apply for a mortgage, anytime you put less than 20% down, the lender, the bank, will go and purchase a mortgage insurance. There are 2 major insurance companies in Canada. One is called Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, or CMHC for short, and another one is Genworth Canada. The insurance company will look at your credit score, your GDS and your TDS, which is your debt service. We'll talk about it shortly. And basically what it means, if those numbers don't match, meaning your credit score is too low or your debt is too high, the insurance company will refuse to insure your mortgage, which in turn means the bank will refuse to provide you with that mortgage. And basically that's all we are trying to avoid. So what can we do to avoid being declined at bank? We need to get our credit score over 680, and I'm about to show you how. If you don't know what your credit score is, go ahead and check it. You can order it online. We are using for our customers Equifax. There are 2 major credit bureaus, Equifax being one of them, and the other one is Credit Union. They both have free versions because it is your right as a Canadian citizen or resident to order your report at least once a year for free. However, the free version will only give you the report without the credit score. For the credit score you have to pay a little bit extra. It's about $20, $25 or so, but it's really important to do it at least once a year, and here is why. Identity fraud. As you can see, I'm on RCMP website. You can go and check the video for yourself, but basically the fraud is on the rise, and from that comes the huge cost, potential cost to you, because if somebody is using your IDs, getting credit cards, and goes on binge shopping, or they can even purchase a house in your name and basically ruin your credit. That's why it's very important to check it at least once a year. Now back to our credit report. This is another Canadian government website which gives you somewhat helpful information about improving your credit score. I will leave you a link below this video. You can go ahead and read it. It basically tells you always pay your bills on time, which is straightforward, but I have something more specific for you. Equifax and TransUnion, they have their own proprietary calculations, how they calculate their credit score. That's why if you order both of them, if you order from Equifax and TransUnion, you will see different numbers, but they will be very similar. And in its simplicity, this is how they calculate it. So here's the chart you've been waiting for, and let's go quickly through it. Oh, and one more thing, and then I'll go back to it, I promise, but this is really important. Back to Industry Canada, Canadian website, government website. It is really important to pay close attention to those false advertising. It is false advertising, because if somebody claims they can repair your credit, they're lying to you. There are no loopholes in the law. The credit repair companies, they cannot do anything on your behalf. Pay attention to this. No credit repair company can do anything you can't do for yourself. It is impossible for a third party to make changes in your file if the facts have been correctly reported. There are individuals and companies that claim they can fix a bad credit file. This is not the case. If a file includes accurate yet negative information about your credit history, this information cannot be changed. Information will only be changed when your file contains an inaccuracy. What you can do is basically collect the points. Your credit report will show where you live, your address, whether you own or rent, what you do for a living, how many credit cards do you have, where do you bank, and so on. So for example, if you are a homeowner, you get more points versus when you only rent. If you stay at that address for less than 6 months, you get less points than if you stay longer than 10.5 years. Your occupation, professionals seems to get the most points because they spend the most time at school. How long have you been on a job? The longer you stay on a job, the more stable you are. How many credit cards do you have? No credit cards is actually worse than 2 credit cards, believe it or not. And ideally you will have 1 major credit card and 1 major store department card like Sears or Canadian Tire. Also, do you have banking or checking accounts? If you have checking and savings, that's the ideal combination. How many inquiries there were on your account? That would mean how many creditors would be checking your credit over a period of time. So for example, if you're buying a new car, the car dealer will check your record, and that would mean there will be 1 inquiry. If you only have that one, you collect the most points. If you have obviously more, the more you have, you can actually lose points because you are somebody who is looking for credit and being declined constantly. So if you're one of those who keeps asking and applying for credit cards and being denied, this is why. So the more you apply, the worse it is for you. How many years is your file being opened? So if you were born in Canada or came 8 years ago and longer, then you would get the most points because you're the most established. How many revolving trades you have? This could again mean your credit cards and also a line of credits. So you don't want to have more than 1 or 2, because the more you have, as you can see, you are losing points as well. And this is very important. Most people don't know this. Let's say you have a credit card for $10,000 available. If you max it out, if you take out $10,000, you are actually losing points, as opposed to if you only use $1,500, then you're spending less than 15%. That means you're responsible, you're in control of your credit, of your money, you're gaining most points here. And what's your worst credit? If you have a credit card, if you have 2 of them and you are late on payments, you're losing points and you're losing huge, which means you are not responsible, as opposed to when you have 2 credit cards and 1 car loan and you're always paying on time, then you're receiving the most points. Repairing your credit is simple, not easy, but simple. Remember, the elevator to success is out of order. You will have to use the stairs, 1 step at a time. There is no shortcut. There are no credit repair companies that can use any loopholes and change anything on your behalf. Don't believe anyone who claims they can get negative information removed. You can repair your own credit for free. Find a job that you love and stay for 2 years and more. Pay your bills on time, at least a minimum payment. Use maximum of 2 credit cards. Don't carry a balance. Pay it off as soon as you can. And spend 30% or less of your credit available. Open a saving account and use it. And if you rent, buy a small house instead. If you're still not sure what to do next, go to my website and click on contact. There you will find my phone number. You can send me an email with your questions. Remember, my service to you is free. There are no strings attached, so go ahead, give me a call, send me an email, and we'll see what I can do. Have a good day. Take care.